Most people don't fail when things get hard. They fail when things get boring. Because there comes a point with every goal where the excitement just disappears, the results slow down, and everything just starts to suck. And that's just where most people quit. It's not because they aren't capable of achieving their goal. It's because they were relying on motivation and willpower. But motivation is honestly just garbage. Systems are what save you. Because systems don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you're in a bad mood. They don't care if it's raining outside or your hoodie somehow feels emotionally supportive. The workout gets done. The reading gets done. The checklist gets done. Not because you feel inspired, but because you stopped negotiating with yourself. And that's the shift. The people who actually change their lives, they build systems strong enough to carry them through the times when life just sucks. Bad days are temporary. The identity that you've built is pushing you through, and that's what stays. But if you're a fan of honest conversations about success and transformation and the kind that aren't polished, well, welcome. You've come to Habitual Growth, and you're in the right place because that's exactly what we do. And if this episode hits you at the exact moment that you needed it, hit that like and subscribe button. They need the excitement as much as you do, and this is a particular system that really will carry you through when life starts to suck. All right, with that, let's get into today's episode. Lisa, welcome back.
Thanks.
Last studio session. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to wrap this up before the long weekend?
Go. Let's make some people better.
I think that's great energy. Okay, let's start there. Well, today we are going to talk about something that I personally just been dealing with earlier this week, which is just like being kind of in that plateau of like, man, this just sucks right now, and how systems can be utilized to get through that. So, we've talked about identity. We've talked about, the if-then links of like how you can tie certain behaviors and thought processes to other things that you're doing in your life. But I still just want to touch on like what happens mentally, how systems really help people get through the like, gosh, I'm just tired. I don't see any results. I just want to get through this. And not to say like, how do you know you're on the right path, but really just how are you using things in your life to really make, like, using your systems in your life to make sure things stick when you're just kind of feeling blah. Like maybe you feel like crying. Maybe you're just like, I'm so exhausted. I just want to like lay on the couch, but you still have things to do. What are you doing? How do you deal with that in your own life?
Yeah, well, like you and I were talking about off camera, today would be one of those days.
Yeah.
It would be a blah. Just lack of energy, whatever. I think what I use now has been an evolution, right? Obviously, I use the Habitual Growth app. That is my primary system. And the things on that list are non-negotiables. And so what happens when I hit these days or even series of days or weeks where things aren't going my way or things aren't feeling super great, it really is a revert back to what are the non-negotiables in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's developing the mindset to look at those things to say, it doesn't matter what I feel. It doesn't matter what else is going on. I'm going to get this done because I am investing not in just me today who doesn't feel like doing it. I'm investing in this person far into the future that will be glad that I did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, HG app obviously is the infrastructure that you and I both use. With that, I think you said you kind of glossed over a couple of really important things. So one, a goal. Like, what does that mean when life just kind of sucks? It means Lisa's going to go run her miles because that's who Lisa is, right? It's that identity person that you are, right? You were pumped because Brie and I signed up for a High Rocks competition in November. I can't even run a mile right now, but I'm damn sure going to finish the High Rocks competition, right? So now that becomes a person that I'm going to be. It's not like, oh, it's raining outside, I can't go running. It's, hey, I don't want to embarrass myself on the stage. I'm doing this with somebody else. I have an accountability partner. Now I'm just going to do this and not think about the actual run, but think about the person of like, I am in shape. I am going to achieve this goal. So the goal setting really helps. Looking back on what did you accomplish in the HG app? Okay. Are you tracking your essential actions every day? Are you showing up and actually just creating a list, even if you're not conquering the day? That's a really big thing. And then obviously making sure you are setting up your triggers of, hey, I'm going to do this after whatever, I have my coffee, I'm going to go read my 10 pages, or I'm going to drink my water, by noon, right? Those are the types of things that we have implemented. That's how systems make sure that you keep moving forward without it being a specific, oh gosh, I just don't want to do this today. I'm too tired, whatever. You've created a system that doesn't allow you to step back. It keeps moving you forward, even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah. And I think one of the really important things is we talk about systems right now quite a bit. And when you create systems that are actually working for you so that you do things despite how you might feel or your external circumstances, what you're actually doing is creating a system which is evolving a future identity of yours.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
so it becomes part of who you are going to be. And that's where the non-negotiable comes in. So you've created almost a self-fulfilling system that says, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing this because this is who I'm going to be in the future, which that person would do this, which goes back to your system, which says, now I'm doing this behavior or action. And I think it's important for people to realize that you're not just creating a routine as much as you are creating a system that you can link your future identity to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got it written up on my screen over here, which is I don't negotiate with myself on the non-negotiables, meaning, right, you follow through with your commitments. You get things done, even if they aren't going the way that you want them to. And I was thinking about, one of your daughters and what she had on her kind of whiteboard to just keep her moving forward in the right scene of we got to get shit done. You got to get up. You got to get moving. And she's built some systems in place that she didn't used to have. And that's actually led her to do a lot of major things in her life. And so small changes have really big implications over time. You want to make sure that you are looking at, number one, you have the systems in place. But then number two, you're giving yourself enough time to go execute on them so that when you do look back at whatever time period you've given yourself, typically 4 to 6 weeks, you've given enough runway to say, this is working for me or this isn't working for me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And one of the thing about building systems that I think is important and why, one like the habitual growth app is really important is because you are going to have to execute on the system that you have in place far longer than you think you're going to need to. And so being able to see that you are conquering the day through, your progress tracker is an important perspective to keep in mind when you hit these periods of, I don't want to do this, or this is terrible. Why am I really doing this? Because you're going to need that visual reminder that says, look how far I've come, even if it still feels like I have a long ways to go. I'm putting faith in the system that I've created to eventually produce the results that I'm looking for.
Yeah. And I want to take this maybe one step further as well, because we're talking about like the suck and the grind. And when you just remove the guesswork and you just say, because I've done this a couple of times as an example, 75 hard. I do this with a couple of different things, but you can do anything as long as you set a time limit onto it. And some of these examples are really silly, but it's like a 5 minute cold plunge can feel like eternity. Or you can convince yourself of like, hey, you can do anything for 5 minutes, right? It's going to be terrible. I'm going to be prepared for it, but I'm going to get through it to the end. A lot of people feel 75 hard because they're thinking about like, what day am I on? Not, hey, I'm just going to go, right? I'm just going to check the boxes. I'm going to do it with intent. Obviously, I'm going to put the energy into it, but I'm not going to be, only on day 10 and I'm looking for day 75. It's for the next 2 weeks. This is happening without question. I'm going to build my environment around it. I'm going to set my goal and then I'm just going to go achieve it. And those are the levels of systems that I think really work well, focusing on, like you were saying, the identity, but also not just giving yourself the out, just simply, tying it to things where you have to get things done. I can do anything for 2 weeks. This is going to be miserable, but I'm going to make it to the other side. And then we get to the other side. Usually things are a lot better. Your mentality is different. Now you're like, I can see the end of the finish line, or it might be, hey, I have to move the goalpost a little bit to feel like I'm accomplishing more, but it allows you to do more with less. Like we've talked about the productivity, we've talked about how systems actually help you take on more. When you land on your systems that work, it then helps you expand and bring in more things to your ecosystem that I think makes the pain and that suck a lot less impactful than it was when you were just focusing on the suck.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned 75 hard, and Andy talks about this a lot. Obviously, the creator of 75 hard, is he watches people and they get through the 75 days, and he says you can tell who does it right and who doesn't, because the people that don't do it right really haven't created a system of change in their life, because on day 76 they go back to all their old habits, versus people that have started to create a system that's bringing about true change in their life. They don't want to stop. It has now become ingrained in their daily life. And that's the level of systems that I think we're talking about across the board, is what systems am I creating that create real change in my behaviors, my habits, my identities, so that even when a time frame has passed that I've predetermined, I'm not going back to the same place where I started.
Yeah. And I was talking with my wife about this too, because as I kind of alluded to earlier this week, it's been a rough week of just like, man, I'm just in this and I'm kind of tired and I don't want to do these things. Number one is good to talk about with somebody else. Like you have to give yourself some grace. And as you know, like she's a lovely human being and is like the most positive person ever. And I'm like, I just don't want it. Like, I don't need the positivity. I just want to be in my sorrow. But it does help, number one, express it to somebody else to get through. But at the same time, going back to what you said, oftentimes we lose sight of what we're trying to do right. And I had this conversation this morning with somebody who's mentoring us, a couple that's mentoring us. And I was just telling them we're kind of in the season where we've been waiting, we're trying to build these things, but we're also trying to live a non-conventional life, which means there's tremendous risk and tremendous time periods that are associated with it that not everybody has to get through. And I have to remind myself sometimes that we're not like we're making specific choices for something that is going to happen 3 years down the line, not something that's going to happen next week. And the difference in those time frames allows my mind to say, okay, you're in this, feel the pain, kind of get over it and move on, and like keep going with your systems so that you can stay focused on that goal.
Yeah. And I think, you're right. And I think people struggle with the gap between where I'm at today and what that future goal is, and to create the longevity out of their systems. And I think you're right. It's important to have someone to bounce sorrows off of or to check, but it's also good to have someone that says, here's all the things that I'm doing to try to make this future goal of mine or life of mine come to fruition. From your perspective, do you think I'm doing the right things? Does it seem like I'm executing in the way that I think I am, or I'm investing in areas that are actually creating the systems that I need to get me the results that I want? I think that external perspective is really good to have, and that can be a spouse, it can be a significant other, it can be a mentor. You choose, but someone that really is going to give you that unfiltered view about the systems that you are creating to get you through these periods where you really don't want to do it and your goal seems really far off, but you need to keep going.
Absolutely. Well, and it's something everybody goes through. I think for me and for us going into the long weekend, anybody that listens to this ahead of Memorial Day or even after, it's just a great topic. Like, you're going to do things that you don't want to, especially on the holidays, especially on weekends when you're juggling a lot in life. So, keep pushing through the suck, get your systems in place, don't deviate from them, don't negotiate with your non-negotiables, because you got this, and your life is going to be better on the other side of it once you just double down and figure out what works in your own systems for you as you push towards your vision and your goals for yourself.
Yep, absolutely. Well, awesome. This is a good one, Nate, to end, especially going into the long weekend. Have a nice holiday weekend and hope you guys are doing something fun.
All right, we'll talk next week. Sounds great. See you.